This conference will now be recorded.
This years of experience in PEGA, purely PEGA. I don't know any other technology, but a little bit of Java though. And with Prakash itself, I was teaching for the past 4.5 years. So quite a bit of extensive experience in teaching PEGA as well. Okay, so being that said, today is a demo session. So as a part of this demo session, what I will try to do is like, I'll not try to uh, you know, show you everything what PEGA has got, but I will try to say what PEGA tool is and for which particular projects or in which particular industries PEGA is used. And I'll take questions, and there will be obviously there will be some general questions. I'm going to take all those questions also. Okay, so let me share my screen and okay. I hope my screen is visible. So maybe I think like since PEGA is not new technology, it's been almost there for a decade, and all of you might have done quite a bit of research, before coming to PEGA technology. What do you understand, when you say that okay, PEGA tool? What is your expectation from this tool, basically? You can unmute and speak, and then go to mute. Yeah. What is your expectation from PEGA tool or this particular training? Fine. Yeah. Go on. Anyone?
It's a low code, no code platform.
Very good. I was hoping to hear that from someone at least.
Okay.
A low code platform. Okay. And no, actually, they say it has no code platform also. And just to clarify, this is not correct. Okay. Pega is never a no code platform, it is a low code platform. Okay. So, when we are saying that, okay, Pega is a low code platform, let's try to clarify things a little bit here. So, basically, let's take a simple example, somewhere in 2000, okay, somewhere in 2000 year, okay, in 2000 year a Java person used to write, a Java developer used to write 3000 lines for some application, for some application. Okay, so now this is 2023, and with pega the expectation is low code, meaning 1000 lines should be written by 1000 lines should be written by developer, and remaining 2000 lines is going to be generated by system based on based on 1000 lines written by developer. Okay, when we are trying to understand a low code platform, this is how we should understand. The point that I'm trying to say is, for a given application, let's take a, what do you say, ABC Bank. Okay? ABC Bank. ABC Bank, even in 2000 or even in 2023, it need 3000 lines of code for sure. Okay, that particular lines of code or that particular amount of code is not going anywhere. But the only difference is between 2000 and 2023, only 1000 lines is written by developer here. Okay, whereas the remaining 2000 lines is generated by system. This is the meaning of low code. Okay, that is the point I would like to clarify. So I'll just show you an example. When I'm talking about this particular scenario, I will show you a simple example to show that okay, this is how things works. Okay, then any other points? We say that okay, something is bigger. Yeah, anyone?
Hi, Ram.
Okay, yeah,
There
yeah,
was a little pause, some reason.
that's fine. Okay, so Pega is a low-code platform. I don't know who gave that answer, but yes. But when we say low-code platform, the amount of code that is going to written by developer is going to be reduced. But from an application point of view, nothing is going to change. Okay, being that said, Pega is called as BPMS tool. Okay, Pega is called as BPMS tool. So the abbreviation of BPMS goes like this: business process business process management system. So when we want to understand a business process management system, maybe I would assume all of you are someone from India or someone who settled in abroad and from India. So let's take a simple example that is like passport application, or maybe everything which every one of us knows, bank loan. Can someone tell me the steps in bank loan? I want to take a bank loan. See, Ram want to take a bank loan. So what are the steps?
Loan application,
Okay, maybe let's go in detail. Okay, prepare application, then
a review, which is more like a scoring, right? Review and
okay,
score the.
uh,
Yes.
maybe prepare application, prepare documents. Okay, and then
Right.
submission, and maybe what do you say, clerk
Credit
Delivery.
score.
verifies. This is like first level, let's say. And then maybe let's say assistant manager verifies. This is like second level. And finally approve or reject, and finally disperse money
Right. Yeah.
disperse money. Okay, on a high level. Okay. So while starting this particular discussion, this particular bank loan discussion, I told this is for Ram. Okay. Now let's say somebody else, maybe John, also want to take a bank loan. My question is, does the process change? Yes or no?
No.
No. Obviously, the process will not change. Same way, if you see, I'm not familiar with other things, other countries, so I'm taking Indian passport application. Indian passport normal application. I'm not going into Tatkal, etc. and all. So this process also, does it remain same to Ram and John?
Yeah.
Yeah? So let's say a insurance claim. Okay, let's say this is like let's take a famous bank that is like HDFC Bank insurance claim, and does this process also will be same for Ram and John, basically? Yes.
It may be same, but there will be some exceptions based on the
Okay, fine.
application. Yeah.
Based on the applicant criteria or something, there may be some steps, extra or less or something. But on a overall, if you see this entire sequence of steps, okay, from an applicant point of view, this is like what do you say, sequence of steps that has to be completed. But from a bank point of view, okay, from ABC Bank point of view, this is business, business, and this is the process for them. This is the process for them to issue a loan to XYZ person. It may be anyone. So what Pega will help us to do is, what Pega, or not only Pega, any BPMS tool. When I say any BPMS tool, I'm taking Pega, Appian, and what MS Dynamics, etc. Any BPMS tool. What all these BPMS tools will be doing is, out of these seven steps, out of these seven steps, what they will do is, they will first, the goal of this BPMS tools will be to visualize or to list the entire business steps first. This is the first step, and automate as many steps as possible, as many steps as possible. BPMS tool means, first it will help to define the entire sequence, define the entire sequence, and then automate as many steps as possible. That's all. So for example, let's say, see, submission, this can be automated, or maybe approval or reject, this can be automated. Dispersing money, with UPI integration or bank integration, this can be automated. But nobody can replace clerk. Nobody can replace assistant manager. Okay, so all these things, that means like maybe if you see the one which I highlighted, except these two remaining 5 steps, there is a chance that I can do some level of automation or 100% of automation. Except green, remaining steps, that is like 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7, I may or may not be able to automate. So that is the whole aim of a BPMS tool. It may be any tool. I'm not speaking only from PEGA point of view. From a BPMS angle, the whole idea of BPMS tool is to what? Automate the business. Okay, fine, very good. We are trying to automate. So after automating, what is the benefit? Why should I why should I invest money? Because I am ABC bank manager or a CEO. Why should I invest in a tool like this? What is a gain to my company? Anyone want to share?
Reduce the errors, right? In the
Yeah, good.
by automating, number one,
Right.
and
Reduce
also
errors,
yeah, improve the productivity.
improve the improve okay, improve the productivity. Okay. Then
So in the reduce errors, right, there will be a lot of manual errors that can be, automated and improve the productivity and less people to work on, right?
okay, I will call that as resources, maybe.
Resources, yeah.
Resources. So if you see, basically, I will try to tag this in a different way. Okay. Now actually, if you see, this one is reputation and competition, right? Then improve time, improve the productivity. Basically, time, save time. Basically save time. Okay, and resources, save money. If you are a company owner, if you are, let's say that after 1 year, if you want to start a company, or now you have started a company, I believe these factors are going to be your, you know, decisioning factors, right? Then that is the reason actually, all the big banks, when I say Fortune 500 banks, let's say HSBC, I don't really find a bank which does not have a BPMS tool. I'm not saying PEGA. A BPMS tool is there for sure. HSBC or HDFC or SBI or what's not. Every bank, every insurance company, every healthcare, especially in the United States and foreign countries, every organization or large organizations has some form of BPMS tools. Some form of BPMS tools. Basically, if you see here, in this particular scenario, or maybe in these two scenarios, which one is going to take more time and which one is going to take less time?
You mean
Maybe let's say this.
in the steps?
Yeah, this one. In this scenario, in this one, let's say this is like scenario A, and this is scenario B. which scenario is going to take less time, or maybe which scenario is going to be more more aligned with these three things.
So scenario A is slowly becoming very legacy. Most of the scenario B is the pretty much adoption strategy at this times because it can be very quick, and
Okay.
that's one reason, right? So automation can be done
Fine.
much quicker than expected. So
Okay, so that means we all are agreeing that scenario B is going to satisfy these three things. That is the reason, any big company is choosing BPMS tool. I hope all of us are on the same page. Till now, I did not speak anything about PEGA. Now let's talk about PEGA. When we talk about a PEGA, basically how PEGA is doing this is, especially a low-code platform, compared to any other BPMS tool. Compared to any other BPMS tool, PEGA has PEGA has more capabilities, more capabilities in a single product. In a single product. Okay, I'll tell you an example. How many of you use MS Office? I think all of you. Can you tell me what are the applications that comes with MS Office?
Excel, PowerPoint,
Word, Excel,
Word document.
PowerPoint, and
There are many others, but
many others are there. But
yeah.
whenever we hear a word MS Office, these three comes into picture, and many IT folks might be knowing many other tools. Okay, so that is where MS Office Word is indirectly representing all these things. Same way, Pega tool also, Pega tool also representing, what? BPMS core engine, BPMS core engine, and Kafka and Cassandra. So all these are different technologies. All of them are tightly enclosed in a single tool. Okay, then maybe okay, what happens with Appian? I'm just taking Appian as a comparison just to show the comparison. In Appian, BPMS core engine, that means like the core code that is required for a BPMS implementation is going to come out of the box. And remaining things, that means like Kafka is a add-on, is a add-on, and maybe let's say Cassandra is also add-on. Okay, like this. For other BPM tools, all these things are kind of add-ons. In Pega, everything is coming as a single product. So in this particular scenario, let's say I am a Pega company CEO and I am charging 300 USD per license. USD per license. Okay, per license. Maybe monthly or annually or whatever it is. And this fellow, Kafka, what happens? He charges less, 100 USD per license. And he will say these add-ons are at your own cost or at your own risk. That is what is the difference between Pega and remaining BPMers tools. At least to my knowledge, this is the comparison. Because there is no BPMS tool out there which cannot achieve this. They are there. But from cost point of view, Pega seems to be costly in the first hand, in the first look. But it is the single bots, just like our MS Office, single bots, which comes with multiple capabilities. Nowadays, actually, Pega is also going into AI. Pega is already in data science. So all those things are coming in a single product. But when it goes to other Appian tools, the whole funda is changing actually. That is the reason companies, that is the reason companies are choosing PEGA over other BPMS tools. Because you and me, maybe we will be not that much interested in calculating in the overall cost or overall cost over 5 years or 10 years, but a company, whenever they are taking a product, they generally calculate the cost over 5 years and 10 years. And pega seems to be pega seems to be or proven as cost effective solution. Okay, that is one of the reason why pega is more into the market. And that is the reason, obviously, all of you came to this particular session, because you heard that pega has lot of openings, or some of you may be doing internal transition to pega because of this. And second thing, compared to other BPMS tools, based on my experience, compared to other BPMS tools, pega is easy. Pega is easy. Okay, I will show you a simple example.
Ram,
Now let's
there is
say,
one thing. There's another thing you want to add in there for PEGA.
yeah, go on.
Uh,
Hmm.
they are competing with Adobe on the journey orchestration recently. So one of our client evaluated all of those.
Hmm.
Adobe lost the bid, but PEGA
Hmm.
journey orchestration was very efficient. So you should add
Yeah,
that one. That's
that is
getting
what
very
I was
popular.
about to show actually. That is what I was about to show.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so basically, if you see this particular tool, this is what is how Pega is going to be, and the next sessions, whatever that we are going to take, is going to happen in this particular view only. This is called as Dev Studio. I'll walk through everything at a later point of time. But let's build a simple screen where I want to take my name, Ram. I want a screen where I want to enter my name as Ram. As simple as that. So for that one, what I want you to guys, because since Pega is new to most of you, what I want you guys to observe in the thing what I'm doing now is, observe if I'm writing a line of code. That means like, hash include, etc., etc., println, etc., etc. Am I writing such kind of code? I just want you to observe. And then after my thing, I'll ask question. So simply I'll do everything slowly. Closely observe. Okay, closely observe my action here. Okay, for those you who did not see, I'm doing it again. Okay, come on. Let's speak out. What did you observe? See, I started with a simple requirement that I want to enter my name. Okay, everything I have created in front of you only. Of course, I know the login part, etc. I will explain in the later sessions. I created in front of you. So my first question: did I write the code, the so-called line-by-line code?
No,
No. Okay. Then my second question: how much time it took for me to create a simple screen, something which looks like this, where I was able to enter my name?
less than a minute.
Just it's like a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you see here, maybe someone, can someone read this particular highlighted part?
1,000 lines should be written by a developer. 2,000 lines is going to be generated by system based on 1,000 lines written by a developer.
Okay. Now let's see. Let's try to confirm that. See, I created this particular, some configuration, okay, because you don't know this UI, how things works, etc. and all. Yeah. I have created this particular configuration, but in the actions, if you see, there is something called as view Java. What does this mean is basically for this particular configuration, what I have done, backend Java code is generated, and actually, if you click on it, so if you see, PEGA tool has written almost 1675 lines of code for the simple configuration what I have written. I did not write anything. No, I didn't. So that is the meaning, basically when I started this particular discussion, I am still sticking to the same point. Okay, if I ask you to write, I'll give you two options. I'm going to ask you to write 1675 lines of code, and I'm going to ask you to do what I have done by using the tool, what I just did. Which option you will go as a developer?
Well, definitely PEGA, right, Ram? So
Yeah,
what PEGA did, pretty much the UI component, with the backend component and all of those MVC, right?
yes. So basically, if you see, that is the reason actually developers are getting more attracted to Pega because, basically, even though I'm a computer science student, I am not that much into this coding. Of course, in the initial days, now I know a bit of coding also. So what happens here is when I am doing, when I am writing this kind of lines of code, okay, there is a high chance that I can make mistakes. But if you see, I am creating everything based on the options available. I'm not writing anything on my own. So there is a less chance to errors. And also, I did a specific action intentionally. You see, what I did, how I got this name of applicant into this particular UI component, dragged and dropped. Okay. Pega configurations, especially the UI elements are drag and drop configuration model. Okay. So that is the reason actually compared to other BPMS tools, Pega configuration is easy. Now second thing, second example. Now you go to, there is something called as workflow orchestration. Just now, one of our friend here told about it.
Your
So
screen is not visible.
what happens? Screen is not visible to everyone.
I can see.
Okay, then
Okay,
it's my network issue. Yeah, okay.
okay. So now the same example, whatever that we just spoke. Okay, this one, this bank loan, prepare application, prepare submit, prepare document submission, verification, assistant manager approve, etc. and all. Let's try to put it in the Pega tool. Okay, let's see how much time it takes. Okay, in PEGA, generally what we do is first we will know the entire requirement, the whole requirement, full requirement. We will divide it into major milestones. Okay, that is like maybe I'll write it as prepare or maybe submission. Okay, and then verification, verification, and then submission, verification, and maybe closure. Okay, closure. So now I am going to represent my entire loan form in these three major milestones. So now actually here actually they say that okay, submit application. So maybe here actually I'm going into a little bit more detail, personal info. I'm going one more, education info. Because when we talk about loan, right, experience details, and income details, and existing loans. Okay. Then maybe upload documents. So that is my submission part. And then verification. First level verification. Okay, that is like verify the profile. Okay, verify the profile as in maybe verify the or maybe let's say application correctness. Then verify all documents are received, because sometimes documents may not be sufficient. Then send acknowledgement. Generally we get acknowledgements, right? Then second level verification. Basically here assign to manager, maybe assistant, I'll keep him as AM. Okay, take a decision, and then closure part. I'm adding a process, and here actually I'm just doing that. Maybe send money, okay. Verify bank details, verify bank or EPA details, and then make an automated payment. So if you see, more or less, in front of us, I think like it's in 3 to 5 minutes, we were able to present the more sophisticated version of the so-called steps. Here actually there are 7 steps, but what we have done, did we represent only 7 steps or more than that?
Just the seven, right? Yeah, that we
Yeah, I mean like
outlined.
these 7 steps only, but when we actually go into implementation in PEGA tool, we were able to go into the minute details. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Right? So basically this is what happens, normally no matter which company you see, even though they say that okay, high level, on a high level they say that okay, 3 steps, 5 steps, etc. and all, every step has many minute steps. PEGA can help businesses to identify such minute steps and automate them as well. Okay, not just this, I just did a save. Okay, now let's see what happens in the backend. I'll just simply go and open this. In front of you I have added all the steps. Now I am going to go back and I'm showing you what happens in the backend. See, the same 7 steps what I have added there, Pega has, given a clear cut sequencing. Pega has did a sequencing of it. Pega has clearly told that, it should start here. Capture personal info, then education info, then experience details, then income details, then existing loans, and upload documents. After this, again, it goes to verification, and inside verification also, Pega has created first level verification, and then Pega has created second level verification. Okay, all these things Pega is creating for you in the backend, for a developer. We are speaking as developers, right? So Pega is creating all these things in the backend. And in a matter of fact, of course, it may not be a working version. I can say that we have created at least a outer shell of a personal loan application.
Right.
Can I say that? So that's what is, because if you want to do this, in a traditional method, where you are writing it in a Word document, or where you are trying to use your own PowerPoint, or where you are trying to use your own white paper and pen to draw this particular diagram, it is going to take at least half a day. First think, then do, etc. and all. Now, actually, if you see here, basically, that's not just it. You can readjust the forms. You can readjust the milestones. And if you don't want, you can delete something. I don't want for first level verification. Directly go to second level verification. You can go. You can change the business dynamically. And that is the beauty of Pega. Basically, it will help you to write code, and also it will help you to manage your business effectively, and you can make dynamic changes. And on top of that, to my knowledge, Pega has one of the best integration capability. That means, let's say, I'll take people, I don't know how many of you are technical. So let's take a simple example. All of you might have taken a SIM card, right?
Yeah.
So Airtel, let's say Airtel office, nowadays when you go to Airtel office, and once you give Aadhaar number, okay, nowadays in the Airtel office, once we give Aadhaar, full profile is coming automatically. Am I right? Right.
Yes, Ram. Yeah.
Yes.
So that means whatever details that are stored in Aadhaar is coming on click of a button. How that is happening is, we call that as web services. Pega has full support. I'm saying, mark my words. You can come back and ask me anytime. Pega has full support to such integrations, and there are file-based integrations. All those things are supported, and Pega has one of the best integration. What do you say? The so-called security standards also. In a way, a Pega developer is one of the most laziest developer in the software industry at this point of time. To me, I feel like that, because we don't know HTML, we don't know any DB language. We don't need to, basically, for my job to do, for my daily job, I don't need to know HTML, I don't need to know React.js, I don't need to know Node.js, I don't need to know MS SQL queries, how to write select, insert, update, delete queries. I don't need to write everything. If I know how to do it in this particular Pega tool, that is all. That is the reason, actually, many people are interested to learn Pega from a developer point of view. But from a company point of view, see, reputation and competition, time and money. Because in the software industry, I think like all of you might be knowing, in 2000, if a software project takes 1 year, it is still okay. Now, if you say 1 year, people say get lost.
That's true.
So that's how things changed. And Pega is one tool which can support that kind of, what do you say? dynamic nature. Okay, so I hope you got a very good understanding on what PEGA tool is. Basically, PEGA is a BPMS tool. It helps to automate things. It helps, from business point of view, it helps to save money and time and resources. And from a developer point of view, you make less mistakes, but at the same time, PEGA developers also make a lot of mistakes. I will try to tell you not, how not to make them. Okay, and that is about PEGA side stuff. There are so many things we are going to discuss in the upcoming classes. And when it comes to this particular sessions, daily, generally I take 25 to 35, so not 35, definitely 30. I don't need more than that. 25 to 30 sessions. I don't know if you have heard any other demos. That's completely not my problem. 20 to 25 to 30 sessions, and each session I'm going to give it something like 45 to 50 minutes of teaching plus 10 to 15 minutes of discussion, problem solving, etc., and all. Okay, and this is a demo session. Probably, I will try to stick to the same timing, or if needed, once the batch is finalized, we will try to go see the possibility of other timings. But yes, most likely this is the timing. Okay, so yeah, so any questions?
No, Ram, it's very good, the way you are approaching the training. Um, but yeah, thank you so much. I will definitely continue from tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. So rest of the
And
Ram,
people.
in fact, I also
Yeah.
like, but the problem is I have a conflict at 8:30, probably another 30 minutes. It would be helpful. But anyway, you can take consent from others as well. But
Definitely,
I
definitely,
would be
because
joining, but 30 minutes
see,
later it is.
generally what happens, right? That is the reason, actually, if you carefully observe here, I did not commit any timings, because
Mm.
once the batch is finalized, once people start, say that okay, this is how it works, then we will try to stick to a time which is going to be more suitable for all of us. Okay, even I am kind of person, who's dealing almost 17 plus PEG applications. You know,
mhm, mhm,
this is me. I'm dealing this many applications,
that's
so
good.
definitely you would have guessed to what level I'm there. I'm teaching out of passion, so that is a different thing. So let's come to that maybe in 1 or 2 days, because as Prakash update, a couple of people are missing. Let's try to finalize the students, and based on the final decisioning factor for you to join or not, it is going to be time. Okay, or else you can continue something on a different timings which I'm going to take. Okay, and just to give a little bit of extra info, PEGA has 3 level certifications: CSA, CSSA, and LSA. I am this guy. Okay, this is the highest, and my training is going to keep you here. Okay, my training is going to keep you here. When complete my full training, plus 2 months of rigorous practice. After this one, after going through my, after completing my course curriculum, if my student is beaten by, someone in this, bullied by someone in their project, I would really like to know the scenario, and I would like to help them. Okay, I did not hear such kind of bulliness to my students, at least. Okay, that is my assurance.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is how it is. And when you say that okay, the certifications, etc., and all are kind of things that happens offline in the training institutes, we can work on them as well. But yes, this is how things are going to be. And moreover, my session is going to be like this only. I will try to ask people, once the batch is finalized, I will try to name people and ask questions, to force you to engage. And it's going to be theory plus practical, just like how I did now. Everything is going to be shown to you in practically. Okay, nothing in the air. Okay then, I think I'm on my time. So that is all for the demo. If there are any questions, I'll be taking those questions. If not, we'll catch up again.
Yep. Thank you, Ram. It is great.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
Ram, I just have one question.
Please go
I'm
on.
not a developer, but I know it's a low-code development. But still, I believe there are few coding which still people do here. So, is
Ah,
it okay for a non who doesn't have any development background to continue here?
Rupa, I'll be frank with you. Okay. So my
Mm.
way of teaching is I will be see I'll be teaching in a very layman words. You know, today actually my
Okay.
question to you is:
Ah.
did I use any so-called that technical things which kind of scared you? No, right? At least
No,
I'm
no, no,
hoping.
not at all.
No, things are simple, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will try to do it
definitely.
this way only.
Hmm.
Okay, and
Okay.
everything,
Okay.
as long as you follow my video, I don't think you will have any problem. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah,
So
Ram.
like,
Okay.
yeah,
Go on,
Go.
go on, one after one. Go on.
you go.
Okay, Ram.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
If
that's
we can
okay.
like create a Eclipse program in Java, like you can create in project, like say you're creating applications in PEGA, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
the both are the same, but not same. But you're creating application, but it's step by step. You can get a more details about every submission, like
Mm,
closure or
mm,
verification, like that points you
correct.
can add it you continuously.
Mm,
Okay. In my way, uh, it's same like to create a one any kind of just banking application. It's within the
mm.
same process. It should be a continue for in Pega.
Okay, see, um, in Pega, generally what we do, um,
Mm.
basically, let's say this is personal loan application. Okay, for example, let's say this is ABC bank loan. Okay,
I got you.
even when we talk about bank, right, it's not just only personal loan, it's not just a home loan. There are many other services. For each
Yeah.
service, actually, generally what we do is we try to create one entry here.
Okay.
Okay, and each service is going to have its own business flow. In that way, one application is going to have multiple services, and each service is going to have its own workflow or a business flow implemented. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Then
That's it.
someone else want to? Yeah, go on, go on. If you want to ask anything else, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Like, see, yeah. The way you thought is the class today, it is so practical, and once the sessions will start, you'll make us like work on practical things. Okay, like, but when we attend the interviews, being a fresher in the PEGA without any experience, like, the questions will be asked in the what way, like the scenario ways, or like, I wanted to know
See,
about
I'll
this.
tell
Yeah.
you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Mm.
You know,
Okay.
thank
Yeah.
you for bringing this point.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you know Pega is there from 1995. Okay, I came
Uh,
into Pega in 2000 what 11.
mm-hmm.
I came into Pega in 2011, and when it was 2012, I went to interview, and I just spoke. Today actually I spoke more than 1 hour. At that time I
Mm.
spoke only 10 minutes, and they gave me a job.
Okay.
Okay, at that point of time it is like that. Nowadays, because of people like me and because of students
Mm.
like you, Pega
Mm.
market has increased a lot. Okay, and there is a
Mm.
good competition. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it is more on scenario basis.
Okay.
So, for my students to be able to, to match to that expectation, what I
Mm-hmm.
do is generally after completing 3 4 topics, I generally give an
Mm.
assignment.
Mm.
Okay, and also every day actually, if you see,
Mm-hmm.
I promised here that I'm going to give 10 to 15 minutes for discussion. For example, let's say for
Mm.
5 days, how much of time it is? Close to 50 to 75
Yeah.
minutes. That means more than 1 hour for discussion. Only discussion, nothing
Mm.
else. If there
Mm.
is no, if there is nothing to discuss, we'll talk about a movie. That is also okay.
Mm.
Okay. So basically, in the interview, it is going to be scenario oriented. For that, actually, how I am going to handle that is by giving assignments.
Okay.
Assignments.
And is
So
this
what we are
like
going to
after
do?
the
Yeah,
and
go on.
after the completion, is there like from your side, do you provide any references in that way, or like it's just a course and
See, generally, all my students are in contact. Is still in
okay,
contact
okay,
with me,
okay.
and wherever possible, I'm going to help you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not that okay
Okay,
after the
okay,
training I'm going to say okay you no longer message me, but wherever possible I'm going to help you. Okay,
okay,
generally some people they out of nowhere they just message me a question and say okay what should I do here. I try to give
okay,
specific inputs because I know my teaching and I know what I have taught. Okay,
okay.
yeah,
And one more, sorry. Yeah,
you go
sorry.
on,
I
go on.
had a lot of doubts because I started seeing this from 2 to 3 days. So, and see, like me being a fresher, like it's been a 1 year of experience. I'm working in TCS, okay. I am not that much interested in coding. So, that is the reason why I want to learn PEGA. It's a low code, it's a manageable, yeah. So, being with the fresher package or something like that, once we shift with the certification, like, is there any like what to what extent we can get the packages after once we complete this coaching, like with the
No, see,
certification?
I'll be very brutally honest here. Okay,
Okay, yeah,
generally when we are speaking about a fresher, right?
yeah,
What is the
with a 1 year
experience that you're
experience,
getting?
yeah,
1 year
yeah. Wi-
experience, okay.
but with the other
Generally,
technology, not in the Pega.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine.
yeah,
I
yeah,
believe by the time you become a full proficient in Pega, it's going to take 1 year 6 months. Okay, for
okay.
1 year 6 months, if you are in India, it is going to be less
Mm-hmm.
than 7 lakhs. Okay, less
Okay.
than 7 lakhs. I'll be very honest because
Okay.
India,
Mm-hmm.
if you take India alone, there are so many people that are
Mm-hmm.
getting trained at this point of time. We never know how many batches are running parallelly. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
competition is there, but what I
Mm-hmm.
recommend to all of you, until you get a actual project in Pega and until
Mm-hmm.
you work on an actual project for at least 1.5 year in a company,
Mm-hmm.
don't aim for high
Mm-hmm.
salaries. That is not good at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think all of you
Okay.
might be reading, what is happening in Google, what is happening in other companies.
Yeah, the recession things. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
don't aim for high salaries in software industry. They are the first
Mm.
balloons who's going to be popped.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this is the fact. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
fine, no problem. Getting a job in Pega is okay, easy, but you should put your own effort.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
and as a caution of note,
Yeah.
if there is anyone in this particular gang, who's going to join this
Huh.
after coming to my session, let's say uh, 1 hour session, I'm putting 45 to 50 minutes just out of my passion to teach someone. And if you don't practice on the same day, no, please
Mm.
don't continue my sessions. Okay, I don't want anyone who's going to say that okay, boss, I'm going to practice over the weekend. It doesn't happen in that way. If I'm going to teach you for 50 minutes, at least you should be able to practice for 30 to 35 minutes, 45 minutes on your own after the session or before the session every day. And on weekends, you should be able to revise. This is a practical tool, and only practical, practicing is going to help you. Okay. So, in short, if you are coming to my sessions, my time that is like let's say 60 minutes plus 45 minutes. I don't know when you are going to do this 45 minutes. It's up to you. In the morning, in the evening, wherever it is, that's fine. This is the total amount of time that I'm expecting from you. Okay, whenever you come and ask me something, I'll be asking, okay, what you have done. Try to keep this amount of time, then only join my session. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So, any other questions? On?
No, Ram, it's very good. Thank you so much.
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.